Jack it up. Jack it up. snap, baby. We are live finally. And this is the sexy man here, outlandish. What it do? He was just sitting at you. Let me zoom you in real quick here. It's not justified to see the swag. Let's just show off that shirt, by the way. Show off that shirt, by the way. This is great. Let me see if I'm focused. Am I focused here? What does that say? Is that Tokyo what?
It says Tokyo, and that's it, pretty much. And the name of the brand.
Who's the name brand?
Reason. I've been wearing a lot of their clothes. I love their clothes. They're very colorful. They're very out there with the designs and stuff.
Yes, sir. And yes, sir. And oh, look at me. I don't even have that here listed. Hold up. Go ahead and entertain the crowd real quick.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's sorry it took us a bit. We had to get something situated, but we finally got things. But yeah, this week's actually been pretty. It's not a lot of news, but it's like meaty news. Each of the things are kind of meaty. Like, there's some rants that's going to be going on. Trust and believe. I know you got a rant coming on, and I do too.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some rants going on. So it's going to be pretty fun.
So it is B.o.P podcast episode 32,
32,
baby.
yes,
32. I'm going to rearrange my camera here. Let me push this a little bit closer here, you guys. It has been a little bit of slight delay because we had some personal issues that we had to deal with. But we are here now, and it's fantastic, and it's great. Now, I am still lagging in real life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because I tried to get something, and that something didn't really work. We had some obligations that I couldn't get situated. But we're going to get a good next week. So I'm going to be laggy. But outlandish, not so much.
Yeah, that should be fine.
He should be fine. Oh, my God, he's super close. I don't know why I just automatically super close to you. There you go.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So B.o.P, episode 32. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. We got to launch TikTok. We totally forgot about that, but we will be on TikTok in a few more minutes. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Sharing is caring. Let us know in the comments. Chime into the comments on a weekly basis, 7:30 p.m. on news, rants, and IROs and our opinions. Today, obviously, 7:30 with us showing up. Didn't work so well, but we are here, and we're going to break it down to you. And a lot of, again, what Alan just said earlier was a lot of meaty news. And when we say meaty news, it's not as headlines, but it does affect the video game industry. And other hot topics you'd like to check out, from Epic versus Apple, from Xbox's Game Rain. Oh, and I have one that I just thought about in my head that I didn't get a picture of, that I spoke in our previous. And I'm going to rant on it, and it's Stadia.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to bring that up. I had that saved in one of the feeds. Bro, when I tell you I'm right, I am right. Okay? That's what I'm saying, guys.
We're live on TikTok.
And we're live on TikTok. So shout out to TikTok and TikTok family. Again, make sure you tune in. B.o.P podcast, episode 32. Is my hair swagalicious? Absolutely not. But it's fine. And we are golden. But yes, I would love to start us off with Stadia. Oh, my God. Am I right? I'm going to wait for Stadia near the end. Okay. And I'm going to tag the person that has been trying to follow suit.
So what are we trying to start off with?
I love my predictions. I'll tell you what. I just totally clicked right in my head. So let me go to the images real quick. Hit me with one of the topics, and I'll load up the pictures real quick.
Let's start off with the expansion pack. Let's start off with that. I kind of want to start getting ranty with that one first.
All right.
So
let's go ham. What are we talking about here?
As we already discussed, the Switch Online recently has a new expansion pack, which they decided to up to $50 a year, which of course had massive outrage and people were pissed. But of course we was like, let's see, because they're releasing N64 games and Sega Genesis games for the thing. Of course, certain amounts, not all of them, are coming out at the same time. It's like certain ones are releasing. And so that was just released a couple of days ago, and my God, was this launch not so good.
I felt it was too quick.
The thing is, if you're going to charge something like that, these games had to play, pretty well. And yeah, there's issues. First issue, some of the graphics, like some of the way, because back in the day, like when we were like getting into games and all like that, they had what they call the fog feature, which is kind of like what they do is when they kind of use the fog to hide some of the textures to make it look better, so you don't see all the jaggedness of the graphics and stuff like that. A lot of games use that back in the day. No. They call it fog. It's kind of like a fog thing.
Okay.
Silent Hill used it. Legend of Zelda used it. It's things like that to make it look like the game looks still good, but
Yeah.
they hide a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, with this expansion, especially for the Legend of Zelda on the Water Temple, that's one of the examples. The fog is not there anymore, so you see all like the little jagged graphics and all that type of stuff, and the water looking horrible. Because
Oh my
before with the
God.
they kind of made it look better, but
Yeah.
with that it kind of looked horrible.
Yeah.
Another thing is with the N64, the Japanese version of the N64 has the rumble feature. The American one does not.
Wait a minute. What?
For the Super Mario 64.
Wow. Yeah.
Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64.
Okay. Yeah, I know it gets confusing.
I was like trying to think. Yeah, Mario Kart 64. On the original game, if you had a memory card pack onto the controller, you're able to do what they call ghost data.
Yes, guys. There was an actual controller where you put in a memory card attached to the controller.
Yes, that's our childhood.
For the
yes.
generation that doesn't know and understand the old school grind of the Nintendo 64, we got you.
So there was called what they call the ghost data, which is you'd be able to race against your ghosts for like times and stuff
And
like
they
that.
technically still have that upon racing games. Like right now, if I play Forza 4, I know damn well most of my friends on my Xbox don't play racing games, but you do see ghost data and their names listed.
And you basically try to like beat their times and stuff like that. Well, because with the Switch version there is no pack to thing, there's no ghost data now available on the thing. They couldn't add it on like software wise, so now that does not work at all, which of course got people a little angry about that.
So this whole rollout for this, so the service doesn't work well.
And then there's some glitches that's happening and
Look,
some delay. Like if
on.
you hit a button, there's like a delay reaction.
This is why this was a terrible idea for Nintendo to even do, okay? The fact that you did 20 a year, fine. Their infrastructure is not great. They sold so much
and then release these things.
Look,
luckily, they said for the Sega Genesis games, no issues at all.
Oh, so it's their own exact party games, not third-party games that are running shitty on a cloud-based game.
I'm guessing 3D is hard to emulate, I guess.
Bull crap.
That's
it's
what
2021. You know what? Bull. That is bull. Nintendo, that's BS. Let me ask you this. Is it streaming or do you download these contents?
It's through the streaming thing because you have to have online because it's similar to how it was with the Super Nintendo and Nintendo games.
Okay.
It's similar to that.
So you stream these games the membership that you upgrade. Okay.
You need
for
the
those
membership to play.
Okay, so for those that don't know, it is $20 originally for the online service for Nintendo. $20 a year. Clearly that's a great deal.
They still have that option.
And they still have that option. But now they upgraded it to you can have that service with Sega Genesis and Nintendo games, and that released just recently.
64.
Nintendo 64 games, and that released recently, and it's been a shit show.
Yeah.
And understanding the Xbox has a lot of leeway, the PlayStation has a lot of leeway. When these things are coming up with these excuses, really?
Well, we're hoping that they're gonna release some kind of fixes and stuff like that because this is not acceptable.
Now, this is not
acceptable.
These glitches?
Oh, and
are all of them?
It's not on all of them. It's only on certain games. Like so far, what they're doing is for the Super Mario 64 and the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now, another issue is they're trying to figure this out too. Is the button mapping? As you know, the N64 controller is much different than the Switch controller.
Yeah.
So now there's issues with button mapping that things are just going to be wonky and weird. And buttons you don't not play it, so you have to play
input
totally
lag,
different.
and then the button
and there's one game
buttons all over the place.
And there's one game that's a big example of that is Sin and Punishment, which is a game that originally came out for Japan but came out to America not officially, but through the thing they added to get us to America.
Oh, so it's freshly imported.
The way the controller is like to strafe, because it's one of those kind of like railgunny side scroller type of shooter games. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain, but
like a time
the
crisis?
way that
railgun shooters, so like a G-Doris?
No, I have to show you gameplay.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain.
Got me confused. Okay,
it's kind of hard to explain, but pretty much you have to strafe back and forth and then be able to shoot and stuff like that. But with the way the controller is, now it's hard to strafe to the right now because of the way the controller is. So it's So some games are like really hard to like control because of the way the controller is. Unless you get the $50 N64 controller, you could get one if you choose to do so. But yeah, so it's a little messy right now. I'm hoping for better. And I mean, luckily with the whole online thing, patches could be released.
And you know what? It will, but
it just sucks.
What is the price of that? $34.99 or is it $50?
It's $50 for a year. But
$30 more to get glitchy service like that? Only on Nintendo Party? Like you're buying it because of Nintendo. Why does Sega games run fine?
Well, it's because Sega Genesis, it's easier to
That's
emulate
stupid.
Those, I guess.
That's stupid. And then the best part is they say about 3D. Don't even try to say that. Just patch it up and shut up because clearly there's cloud game services that two of the major competitors use and there's no reasons, there's no issues, there's no glitches, there's nothing. There's got to be something. Maybe they rushed it. We'll find out in the next 6 months. But I will say it's not worth the $50. $34.99. That's my price point. Listen to me. Reduce it. Do something. It's not cool.
What's next?
Oh, that was it, huh? Oh, snap. Let me stop. Let's talk about a little bit of, obviously, every week it's always happening. Activision Blizzard, okay? I got a new logo for this because it's getting so damn generic, I got so many... It's been so much topics with this. Like, I have so many images in the computer of just Activision Blizzard. Bless you. And there's Activision Blizzard. Go ahead. Hit us.
We'll start off with the thing that started us all off this week.
Yeah.
L.A. County Judge Timothy Patrick Dillon rejected the what do you call that? The word. What was that word?
State of issue? State of
issue or something like that. Pretty much what we was explaining last week that Activision Blizzard was saying they wanted to get rid of the whole thing because there's issues with everything going on.
It's not an injunction, but it was an emergency. They wanted to
pause everything. That was it. They wanted to pause everything.
They wanted to pause it to make sure everything's situated and chilling because of conflict of interest between the DFHE, right? Or C? E. And the EEO, two government holding grounds of California. They have conflict of interest because lawyers worked from the previous to the new, and then the lawsuits came in, but the DF whatever came in first, and the EEOC came in after.
And did the whole settlement with 18 million.
And then the EEOC said, hey, we'll settle it, but then it included a clause that if we settle for 18 million, which is terrible, pennies from their dollars, that all the lawsuits from the DFHC or E ends up being thrown out, so all the people don't get any justice. BS, bullish. So guess what? They immediately wanted to stop and pause it, so then they could think about it. That got denied. Fantastic.
By Judge
That's
Timothy
good.
Patrick Dillon. He
Absolutely.
denied it.
Good.
That was great. That was the start of the week, and then Bobby Kotick finally said something, and he created a letter. He sent a letter to all his employees and all that type of stuff, saying the typical stuff that that he's going to make sure is going to be zero tolerance for any like harassment.
Just because he fired 40 and did a first and final for another 40 doesn't make it zero tolerance acceptable.
So it's going to be like zero tolerance.
I'm just saying it's not acceptable.
He says it's going to be company wide. There's going to be no written warnings. It's like if something like this would happen, they're fired automatically, automatic termination type thing. That's what they said. And then they go into put in $250 million to accelerate opportunities for diverse talent. $250 million. They said he's going to do that. And then they're also going to increase the percentage of women and non-binary people in the workforce by 50%.
Okay.
So he said that in his letter too.
Sounds promising.
Like I said, I'm going to finish the thing, and then I got opinions on this too, and I'm sure you do too. And then, so he's going to do another $250 million over the next 10 years to initiate the expanded of the opportunities in gaming and tech with equality and all that type of stuff.
Does that mean we're getting 2 more Call of Duties every year?
I don't know. He just said he's trying to provide some. And then they said that they're going to make sure everyone knows exactly what's going on, all the updates, like not just the company, but everyone out there is going to know exactly what's going on and everything like that. And then now, here's the big thing now. Another thing that he said too, like I said, I got opinions, and I know you do too.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, he was getting paid $1.75 million
a year,
and then went down to $875 back in April. And then,
875,000.
Yeah, and then now he said that he's going to speaking to the board of directors, and he wants his pay to get all the way down to, I guess, the state's minimum, which is $62,500 a year. He wants to go back down to that price. And
What do you mean 62,000? 620,000?
no, $62,000, something like we would make. I'm not done. I'm not done with the
Whoa.
yes. So he wants to have
Now,
his
I
pay
didn't
brought
know.
all the way down there. Plus, he said he is not going to be accepting any kind of bonuses or equity until everything is sorted out with the whole situation on everything going on.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Now.
Hold on.
You didn't know this? I sent you this.
$62,000, meaning I made more than him. Technically, I made
Well, I
78,000
have
one
too.
year,
I have
and you have too.
Yeah. He wants to bring it down, but I have such a bad I understand.
I mean, he made a lot of money over the years.
That's the thing. He made so much money. He probably is like he's
Okay,
gonna live
but
off that.
here's where I'm going to give you a comparison. Tom Brady doesn't even do that. Tom Brady did sales cuts, salary cuts. Because he was making so much, he said, all right, I'll cut my salary to this amount so you can afford better players. He did it for the sake of the team because he was the highest paid quarterback, I'm thinking, in the history of the NFL. Still, because now he's with the Buccaneers. So
You would know that I would. So.
well, I mean, I don't know exact numbers, but I do know that there was times where he wanted a team and he needed a team. So I'm gonna take my salary and I'm gonna cut it. I don't want to think half, but 40% or maybe 30%, so at least the team could spend more money to get other players. But here's the thing.
Iwata did the same thing too when the Wii U was selling so awful.
Yeah.
He cut his pay down
Yep, I
to
remember
make
that.
sure
Yep.
that, all the other people in his team gets paid and all
Yeah,
that type of
but
stuff.
do you know what was the percentage, the drop? What was that?
It was a lot. I know he took down a lot.
Not like Bobby.
Well, I
dude,
don't
that's
think it was that much,
that's
yeah.
almost like 75 to 80% cut. I thought he was taking a pay cut like Brady, like from 865,000, I'll be comfortable with 650,000. You're telling me 62,000?
He's going down to that price.
When you hurt the pockets, that's when things get real. Okay.
So he wants to do that because he wants to try to change everything and try to.
He wants to-
thing.
Hear me out. Everything is terrible, there's issues, whatever. But when you hurt a man's pockets is when everybody seems that justice is served.
Now,
And hold on. But what I mean by seems, like, let's just say cancel culture, right? If somebody does something violating and it doesn't mend well with society, they go ahead and they bash in hopes that that person is not getting the money, but getting all their stuff and getting removed, or their structure, their livelihood, money is stripped away. Yes, that individual can go out somewhere, but that main revenue that they're getting is stripped away on the perception of society. That is like, wow, we did it. Justice is served. He don't need to be locked up. Justice is served. He's not making all that money anymore because we spoke, right? With Bobby, for him to reduce from 865 down to 62,000, almost damn near a McDonald's manager salary for Call of Duty set games? He's hurting himself and he's willing. Okay. I even can't get mad at that. If it was 600,000, I'm like, go. be out. But 62,000. You reading that right?
You
62,000.
You want to look it up yourself? Go
I
ahead.
could, but 62,000.
He wants the thing, which is that's California's. I think that's the lowest minimum of his position, I guess.
Okay. All right, continue. I just want the viewers and me to understand the gravity and how others perceive that, because Brady doesn't even get that much cut.
I mean, like I said, I will admit that's actually really.
I'm sorry.
You keep telling me I have to talk, and you tell me.
Former President Donald Trump took his whole presidential salary and threw it away. He just worked for himself. That's probably the only one that in my head that got rid of their own salary and called it a day. The only dude that I know that worked for free for a year. Brady took maybe 30, 40% down. This dude's taking about 75 to 80% down. Continue. Continue. I don't know. She barked twice.
So basically what I'm thinking, like I already said it, like obviously with the bonus he had last year of the $150 million,
Yeah.
he's definitely not hurting for money. Not at all. So he's willing to take this cut, and I will appreciate that he is doing this and taking the cut.
Yeah, because
I will appreciate that.
Watching somebody being broken struggle is a dark type of vibe.
He's not struggling.
He's not. No. I'm saying in general. Like,
I was about to say he's not struggling.
Because he's not struggling, they be like, well, he still needs to starve. You know, like it's like he took an 80% cut and he's making all these changes. Now, will these changes
That's
work?
the thing.
Where is it?
Is this change gonna happen?
Okay, for one, where's the lady? Is she still hired within the company?
Which one?
The same lady that worked for the Amazon to go block their union? She's still with the company.
So. Nothing has been said about it.
She needs to be removed.
So I think she's still there.
She needs to be removed. Maybe at that point, they'll be like, okay, something serious. But no, she's not removed, so I can't really take their changes seriously. What else?
So that's pretty much all that's happening. So like I said, I'm skeptical. I'm hoping skeptical for a change. Like obviously, he's going in the right direction.
As a CEO, if he was really, really guilty, he would resign. But we don't know that until the lawsuits kick in. Okay? Because here will be so shady. If the lawsuits kick in and then it gets thrown out and then he revokes all that and then he gets his money.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't think about that, did you?
Oh, I was thinking, like, what if all this goes away?
Yeah, and then he goes right back to his salary.
Right back up.
Yep.
Then that's fishy as hell. But like,
that's suspect. And I bet you they tried to do that. I bet you
that's what I'm thinking. Did that. They're probably doing that. Just
18 mil settlement to sneak that in there, call it a day, and then once it's done, I'm chilling. But now it's not. So he's like, look, I'll take my cut all the way down to the state minimum for you guys to understand we'll make changes.
Once everything gets settled, back up to where he was before.
But I will say that I feel he will probably still be indicted if this is not thrown out.
We'll see. Like,
I mean, right now it doesn't seem likely, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna throw my little bet there. I think he will be indicted.
But yeah, so that's what happened this week, and then another thing happened too, which is one of the subsidiary companies that Blizzard got.
Okay.
So originally it belonged to Activision because Activision bought them back in. I think it was like 1998, I think. Vicarious Visions.
Okay.
They're the ones who originally did like, Rogue, the Tony Hawk games, and also they did the remake of the recent Tony Hawk game and the Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. Now, originally they were keeping their names and all that, and it was going to be like a subsidiary company with their names.
Yeah.
So now, this week, what happened was Blizzard took pretty much like... the company was mostly belonging to Activision. Now it's going to be mostly going to Blizzard. They're going to absorb the name, and now we don't know what the new name's going to be. And so they're going to be known as Vicarious Visions anymore. And this came out of the blue. No one knew anything. They had a little meeting. Said, oh yeah, you're not Vicarious Visions anymore.
You're going to be something else.
No, not title yet.
And you would think that would leak.
Yeah.
Huh. That's odd.
So that just happened this week.
Keep an eye on that because that's going to be something that's going to be.
Oh yeah, because they've been in studio since 1991. So 30 years.
I mean, well.
Yeah.
In the midst of all this lawsuit hearsay, I wonder why it's being changed. Maybe I'm just me being paranoid. But then it's been in the business.
But the thing is, it's bad
30+
things to
years.
change it now with everything Blizzard is going through right now. Why would you want the company to be more in thing with Blizzard?
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, this is the worst time to do something like this.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, I will say. But that was good detailed Activision news. I didn't think. What it is you sent me the article and I was ready to read about it. I'm like, and me.
It literally was all the details in there.
And I'm saying, but see, I didn't go click and go, oh, all right, because like in my head, I'm like, pay cut, big CEO, 1.2 mil. He ain't gonna take that much of a cut. I messed up. I fluffed up. I seen Brady did cuts. Former President Donald Trump took no salary for 1 year. I didn't think a video game developer, or not developer, a video game CEO took a 80 to 85% cut.
Well,
roughly,
they have
right?
to okay it with the director board first, but yeah.
Obviously, they're gonna say,
yeah, they're gonna say,
duh. Then we'll have extra money for what we're, and that's probably what it was. I needed to be hitting this threshold, so the rest of the money that I was going to make will go to whatever it needs to make sure they'll have such a policy.
Like I said,
I
have to see these policies work through and see if they do good.
That is news. Wow, that's a big salary cut. All right, Intel. Intel.
So, Intel, I'm sure you guys know, they make all the GPUs and all the computer
And it is not just Intel. It is not just Intel. It is a lot of computer technology type of chip software, my friends.
Yeah.
Chipsets. And what is it? Delayed till 2023 due to the nationwide chip shortage.
Basically,
right?
in situations, this is what they said. They had an interview. They mentioned that the CEO of Pat Gelsinger, I think that's how you pronounce it.
We butchered the crap out of that.
Sorry about that. That slowly it is getting better, but it will not get back to normal until 2023. There's still going to be shortages of systems,
Laptops
shortages
for
of
these.
computers, laptops.
Symptoms? I don't think so. I think PlayStation and Xbox run AMD, not Intel. The only thing with Intel is cars, smartphones, some of them. I know
PCs,
Snapdragons,
don't forget
PCs,
about that.
obviously, yes. PCs and laptops. Hence why this is
Well, it's a gaming thing.
as a
the
gaming
PC
issue.
thing.
Because PC gamers, shouts out to y'all.
Yeah.
That's going to be terrible. Another thing
Because
is...
it's still an extreme demand, all the things.
iPhones, I think it was a time where Intel was making the chipsets, and then they went to TSMC, which is a Taiwan semiconductor developer, and an iPhone went to them to not depend on Samsung. But I think they reached. You know what it is? I think they reached out to Intel and they didn't make an agreement, so they went with TSMC because they wanted to get rid of Samsung due to the litigation and lawsuits and all disagreements. So I'm freestyling here with the news, but so mainly we're looking at this chipset shortage.
Yeah, it's because of the GPUs and the CPU supplies.
Yes.
It's
So
very
mainly
high in
PC and
anything that uses a GPU
laptops
or the CPU
will
stuff, yeah.
will hinder AMD. And if AMD uses some form of technology with Intel, royalties is one thing. Their protocols that they use one thing. But when it comes to hardware wise, it won't be
So
effective.
as you can see, it's not going anywhere because in my industry that I work at currently, it's not supposed. We're looking like it's slowly getting back, but it's looking like we're not getting back to normal until 2020.
Yeah, I don't even think like
in my field of work.
Like I would like to say something, but this individual's not going to get that something until the next day due to a birthday celebration. But that was already short because that was running for $500, $600 because of the chipset shortage, and that was through NVIDIA because they make the actual chipsets for them. It's nationwide, and this holiday, dark winter, apparently, there's going to be docks of ships waiting for goods, and they can't even land them because of the shortage of employees due to, you guessed it, COVID. So because of that, and now we have chip shortages because of people getting tested and people getting negative or positive or whatever. It sucks, dude. Personally, the car that I was going for raised up to about $6,000 to $7,000 because of the chipset shortage in the value, not to mention
used car
EVs looking like the
values
future.
going up.
Yes.
Used car
And
values
you
are going
and you
up.
and you personally, I don't want to put your business out there, but you do work in the car industry.
Yes, I
so
do.
I will tell this. I know video games, I get it, but because
Yeah.
do you feel that the EV market is rising up due to the obviously
100%.
inflation of gas going up?
Everyone's asking about EV cars and all that, but the only EVs my company has right now, we only have 2. One of them doesn't come out until next year.
Yeah.
And the other one's at a high markup price
Yeah,
because of the rarity of the vehicle.
Yeah. So it's and those vehicles that are brand new that will shortcut the cost of gas, that uses more computer technology, more chipsets, thus runs into shortages. So
And that's why with shortages, the price is up thing. Because right now the prices of used cars skyrocketed.
really,
Oh,
I
it's
haven't.
skyrocketed.
I only seen the one that I was looking for, which I finally got. Went from one point to another point, and not just because I got 1 year over. It's because I went ahead and got me like it was higher, but it was like 3,000 more when before, but now it was like 6,000
There
more.
were vehicles that were selling originally for 35 are in the 40s now.
Oh my god, boy! I gotta show you my car, by the way. It's hot. It's cool.
So,
but dude,
yeah.
I mean,
It's
money
not-
for
it's not
you,
our
but like,
fault. It's not our fault.
it's not. It's just the industry.
supply and
It's just
demand
how
right
and she's
now.
working. That's,
People need cars, but we don't have enough to sell out there.
just like that. We ain't got enough to sell you the stuff
trying
because of the
to,
chip
but
shortage.
it's
And
like-
Intel, unfortunately, is feeling it, and at least they say it. 2023.
They're just sending it straight
I
up
think
to us now.
I think Chevy or GM. I think GM announced that the chip shortage will last to 2023,
And I know-
which includes Chevy.
And I know my company said it too. That it's gonna be until
Yeah.
2023. So it's just like it's all waiting game right now. But it is what it is.
So that is some unfortunate news
Yeah.
that dives in
For our
mainly the PC
for our PC
and the
gamers.
laptop gamers.
Yeah, for our PC gamers.
Hit me up with this Returnal news
So
because I think I said this.
I'll explain it because it's not exactly what you're thinking.
Aw.
But Returnal was a PS5 exclusive game, and as we know, or people may not know, a game that's a roguelike game that pretty much you have to one straight shoot it because there's no saving in this game at all.
Which is absolutely terrible.
Now, originally there was a little workaround, but that was on the standby thing, which of course, if the power goes out, or if you switch to another game or go to another app, you lose that standby. That means you lose your space.
What? Wait. Say that one more time.
You know when you put your system on standby?
Yeah.
You know, like if you
Rest mode?
rest mode, that's it. Standby.
Oh, you
rest
say
mode.
standby. Boy, I am learning the PlayStation way. You can't say standby.
Sorry.
That's TV.
It's pretty much the same shit.
That is
It's
that
the
is
same-
no bullshit because laptops is not rest mode. It's not standby. It's rest mode.
Well, you said it's not
No,
rest
sleep
mode.
mode. Sleep mode. It's sleep mode for laptops, okay?
Anyway.
Get the terminology correct.
Anyway.
Anywho.
So
yeah. All
now-
right. So if you put it on to rest mode, I know you get mad at me. It's fine. It's cool. But that's what we're waiting for. He gets stressed when I cut him off. If you put it in rest mode, you still lose your.
If you leave the thing, because remember, you
Yeah.
could go to another game and stuff,
Yeah.
then you lose your spot, yes. Or if you lose power, then yeah.
Oh,
because
lose
the
power is
system
one
goes
thing
off.
because it's off. But if you did rest mode, it's still on.
No. This is what I'm, how do I say?
Yeah, explain it.
Suspend the game, I guess.
Okay, so if you're playing two games.
Let's say you're playing a game,
Yep.
and then you have
Closer.
to go into another game
Yep.
to play that. It'll tell you we're going to shut off this game. You'll lose your save data if you did that.
See, that's called closing the game. That doesn't do that.
Oh, okay.
So I think PS5 doesn't do that. Xbox
No, PS5
does.
does.
No, Xbox does. PlayStation does.
I know because I played the game.
I can suspend one and play one, but that will not load again. Like I've done it. I played Horizon on the PlayStation Now, and then go to Call of Duty. It's closed.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
It doesn't suspend. Xbox suspends.
Oh, it does. I say it doesn't suspend. That's what I meant to say. It doesn't expend.
Thank you.
Okay, so that means you lose your data and all that.
Oh, that sucks.
Because you know that though.
That's yeah.
Now
I guess.
Now, they did a new update that you'll be able to quick save now.
Oh,
now
convenient.
They finally added the quick save. Now there's caveats with this though.
Oh crap! Oh, let me say this real quick. By the way, the camera that we use, boy, it's gonna comment. Shut your mouth. The comments, we are using iPhone 13. Me, my face for cameras. You have an iPhone 11. Your 11 looks sharp. My virtual camera here, I gotta get that fixed. I'm gonna try to use some other camera next week, but his looks crisp as hell. Look at that. Shining, rising and shine. Okay, good. Continue.
So now they released it that you'll be able to quick save the game, which they call suspend the game. That's what they call it. You only could do it once. So pretty much, if not once per the entire game, but once on the thing. So basically, let's say if you resume it, you lose that save data, and you have to do it again. Do another save data. So you don't get to keep the save data. This is their kind of way to get around the thing. But it's pretty much like a save data.
So you're able to resume what you need to resume once if you want to play another game, and you can't put it on rest mode.
No. That's why they have the suspend thing.
This is so confusing.
And then now...
Why don't you just add a save data?
And then all of a sudden they decided to also... You only could do this when there's no monsters in the room. You have to make sure you kill all the monsters in the room in order for you to be able to do it.
This is like a game that's trying to take control of a operating system of a system.
Because the whole point of the game is supposed to be hard for you, not supposed to save it all.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to help out the thing, but they're doing it their way.
To keep the integrity of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. I get it. But it's cute how they're trying it.
And then another feature they also added was photo mode. So now you can take photos and all like that inside the games and stuff like that. You know, like certain like things you can screenshot and share the thing. You can share it now.
Okay.
Now it's a 10.8 gigabyte update.
10.8?
10.8, yeah.
Why gigabyte?
Gigabyte update.
Why are you smiling?
I'm just saying that's what it is.
You feel that's big?
For a small thing like that, kinda, but because they didn't add anything to it really, except for that.
Okay, well, maybe because I'm traumatized because my Call of Duty updates, range from 90 gigs to 120 gigs of updates.
But you add guns and shit to it.
No, they don't, Lewis. Sorry.
Oh,
I said that's how mad I am.
Oh, no, I thought they did. That's fine. I don't care.
They mess it up again?
It's fine.
We always say chilled, but they always get frozen. But now it's chilled frozen because apparently it took a while. That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
That's so stupid. All right.
But yeah.
So, yes, Call of Duty, all they do is add a whole new season. They add a little bit of templates, just like a couple of guns and stuff, and maybe a map that's redesigned, not a whole new map, just redesigned. But it's like literally downloading the whole entire game. They're not adding stuff and say, hey, it's 30 gigs. Download it. 30 gigs. New content. No, it's like, hey, new update. Download all that shit. And then when it happens, you need to have that extra space on top of the freaking game you already have. So you got 120 of Call of Duty. Then you go make the update, but you need 120 space to do it. I have it right here. What do you mean? No, you need to make space so you could download this. No, but I already have it. Shut up and delete it. I can't delete it because if I delete it, then I can't update it. So you're going to delete whatever. So then this goes away and this goes away for the same shit. Y'all do better. But yes, for that update, yeah, I guess so. 10.8.
Literally.
That ain't shit to me, but for you, clearly.
It's weird. But yeah, so they finally did that. They listened to some of the people who were complaining about it, and they did something about it, but in their own way.
In their own way. And you know what? Okay, there's a workaround. That's fine.
Yeah.
I get it, because they can't really beat around the bush, but they want to keep their integrity with the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you get one little freebie to suspend and quick save or whatever.
So yeah, so they decided to do that. So that was their thing right there. Which, as soon as I read it, I was like, finally, something. Now my bum may want to play the game now because now we can actually save it.
Yeah. So let's look at this leak here that it's technically at this point is trending, but here's the thing. I don't know why. It should have been trending years ago. Super Smash Bros. Has been the bee's knees for like
Since
years.
1999.
For
That's
1999.
when the
Well,
first game.
when it started getting traction and popularity,
Was Melee.
was Melee. And
Which
then
is 2001, yeah.
And then like that was a great concept to get all these other third-party characters that are not associated with Nintendo. They are, but in a sense, to like go ham. And now we got all the way. It worked all the way up to Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which was a SquareSoft. I said SquareSoft because that's the original. Okay, it's Square Enix, but I'm not wrong. It's SquareSoft. Do your research. Okay, so and now they include Sora into it. You know what I'm saying? Like. And now these games are finally trying. It's hard because it looks so obvious that it's a copy.
One of the first ones was the PlayStation All Stars.
It is.
That one?
Then it was the Nickelodeon.
The Nickelodeon, which one that came out recently. And then
Yes.
Now we have the more recent one, which is right now it's a rumor right now. Nothing has been official, and it's because of a leak that happened.
Just like GTA and all that trilogy. And guess what happened
Exactly. We know
2
what
weeks
happened
after
with
that?
So Warner Brothers, which I'm sure you know what Warner Brothers is, DC, along with like a bunch of other things that they own, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, all that type of stuff. So now they're creating their own Super Smash Brothers type of game called Multiverse. This tentative title right now. Like I said, everything's been leaked. And the reason why it was leaked, it was because someone on Twitter put up the battle screen where they have all the characters and stuff like that. And it wasn't all the characters because it's still, I guess, in the early beta stages or whatever like that. But as soon as that was up, literally, I think not even an hour later, Warner Brothers did a cease and desist and told them to take it down.
Oh,
So
snap, bro. They were like, they
there.
pulled the Nintendo. They were like, no, get your ass off that.
So pretty much, that right there
Clearly,
made it like...
clearly, there's something there.
I'm not saying it's 100% true, but basically the characters that they showed there was Batman, Superman,
Oh, my
Harley
God.
Quinn,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Gandalf, because they own Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
Rick and Morty, because
Oh,
Adult Swim, they owned by Warner Brothers. Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny. Those were Steven Universe, Adventure Time, the characters from Adventure Time, Steven Universe. So pretty much they showed those.
Oh, snap. That's
And
going to
like
be
things,
good.
so I was like, oh, I love these things.
Oh, wait a
Like,
minute.
okay,
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Here's the thing, because they can't make it as aggressive like Mortal Kombat because they took their same formula with DC and Justice.
Well, yeah, because they can't do like kill
'Cause-
them and all that.
No,
because they
I
can't
mean,
do
it
that
was
with-
not. It's literally Mortal Kombat without all that.
Yeah.
But that's the only game that we've seen on a fighting scale that included a lot of DC characters.
But now it's gonna be.
But
more
now
of a
we're talking
Super
about
Smash
Warner
Bros.
Brothers,
Yeah.
like not just DC.
No, it's
It's
Warner Brothers, so it's everything that they own, like the IPs and stuff.
Animaniacs too.
Do they do own that?
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers, fool.
Oh, so that's true. That would be
Animaniacs.
pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so that's why pretty much all these stunts is like stuff that you'll see like on HBO Max, because all the stuff I know is like all this. So I'm trying to think of all the HBO Max stuff that might be a possibility character-wise, like Cartoon Network stuff, which, like I said, Steven Universe,
Ben 10?
Adventure Time, Ben 10 could be one. That's one.
Could be. It can be. It's a great,
I would think that would be a good.
a
choice.
great asset. Just like Sora, using those magics, thunder, fire, ice, he could switch and change to whoever.
But yeah, so this will be interesting. I wonder when it will be officially announced. Probably won't be too
It
long.
better
if
be.
This gets
Clearly,
leaked.
I'll give it 14
Unless they're gonna be
days.
so mad, be like, you know what, it got leaked. I don't even want to release it anymore. Bye.
They'll be sensitive. Nah, that's a. See, Nickelodeon's one thing, and it's catered towards just shoot the shit, whatever, play, beat the ass. That's fine. Warner Brothers is a bit of a. There's a good grittiness because not only is DC, but all the. And if you want to use a cheat
Well, it's
code,
Cartoon
HBO
Network
Max
stuff, yeah.
family.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Wherever you can look
and
at
they
HBO
also have
Max.
Cartoon Network stuff and Adult Swim stuff, like I said, Rick and Morty and all
Yep.
that, So
What about what's his name? That was funny. He said a comment. When you hope, God said, no. When you pray, you get your way. When you say you hope, God says, nope.
I forgot who
Moral
said that,
oral.
but yeah.
Moral
Oh,
oral.
yeah, I remember
Yep,
that
yep.
one, yeah.
When he said that, I was dying. I was like, that is such a great rhyme. When you pray, you get your way. When you hope, God says, nope. Because you ain't got no faith.
I freaking love Moral.
The moral was,
Such a great-
yeah.
it's so
It was a cool, it was a positive message behind all episodes,
It
but
was
the way
dark.
it went through it was
dark.
dark. Yeah, his his father was like alcoholic.
Well, yeah.
And his
I think
mother
it
was
an
like-
adulterer, too.
Yeah.
He was cheating, and the mother was just like wishing everything didn't exist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was cleaning a thing. Moral, of course, that with his stuff.
He learned from the streets. That's what it was. He went by the streets, but his streets was like Christianity, church, but he took it and interpreted a different whole way. It was crazy.
It got dark. A lot of the show got dark
Yeah.
real quick. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
loved it personally, but yeah, it got dark.
What I do watch from time to time is Robot Chicken,
Yeah.
especially with the gummy bear. I'm so happy because I'm a gummy bear. Gummy bear. And it starts screaming. That was fantastic. So, I know, off topic, but WB shows the leaks. And as promised, if it's just like GTA, we'll probably hear from it probably next week.
And
maybe
the
next
funny
2
thing
weeks.
is, they took it down so quick, so you know something
You
is
already
happening.
know
You
that was
something
gonna
is
happen.
happening. Now we just need to wait for an announcement. That's all.
That's it. Just wait now. We know what you're doing. We just need it from you to tell us so I can be like, oh, yeah, we knew that. That's what's going to happen. All right. So we got that knocked out. Let's go ahead and speak on, give us the rundown on the state of play.
Yeah.
Now, here, hold up. Before you even speak on that, I didn't get any information. Like, usually when something like epic happens or something that we know the fans will love, Outlandish will hit me up. And we're like, you seen it?
Well,
You
the
see-"
funny thing
I
is, this
heard
actually happened.
Nothing
This
from
happened
this dude.
during the blackout when I had a blackout. When I was
Oh, yeah.
back. So I had to watch it the next day, but I did watch it, and
Poor
yeah.
thing, you got your whole power knocked out. What's funny is when I heard the news, they were like, New Jersey and New York got hit with a major windstorm of a nor'easter. Massachusetts just dodged it. I'm like, what you mean dodge it? Across the street there was a tree on top of a car. What you mean you dodged it?
Do you see the road?
Like,
There was no dodge. I
his-
saw trees that, like, I had a tree in my backyard fell.
So here's the thing. When I'm listening, I'm like, man, you from, because the radio station I listen to, apparently I just guided to Florida radio station. So they're just hearing news from there, not understanding the impact. So they're like, New York and New Jersey got hit and Massachusetts just dodged it. I'm like, bro, you from Florida. Shut your mouth. I got trees falling on top of cars.
I have a
Insurance
tree
is getting
in my
called.
backyard that's saying that this is not no little storm.
Yeah. No, and then and my broski Outlandish over here lost power for like 3+ days. I was thankful that I didn't, and I live near the water. You're in the community, and your ass got knocked out,
It was
which is
weird.
nuts.
It was weird.
That's crazy. So now back to state of play.
Okay, so state of play.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was kind of disappointed by it. I would say there was a couple of things that showed, but I was a bit disappointed. The first they showed off was called Death First, Let It Die, which is an arena battler game. It's kind of set kind of like a futuristic reality TV show type of style, but it's like death. It's like I'm trying to think like. Have you heard of the game Mad World for the Wii, the black and white one?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
So it looked pretty fun. It looks like it'll be pretty fun. It looks like it doesn't take itself seriously, which I like games like that. And it's like a whole like reality TV type of thing, which is actually kind of cool too, the way they did it, the way it's like on TV and stuff like that. So comes out spring of 2022. Now this other game I had no idea about, and it's interesting how they're doing this. It's called We Are AFK. They are an indie group
Okay.
of musicians that are creating an episodic type of game. It's going to be 5 episodes. Each episode is going to, at the end of the episode, is going to be releasing one track from the new EP that's coming out.
I was just thinking to myself, I don't like the trend of video games with episodic things
But
because it's
yeah.
literally like a game with downloadable content. You're downloading another episode. All you're doing now is adding episode. We ain't watch Netflix. We here to play a game, for one. Second, Sonic done that, and it was super inconsistent. It is absolutely terrible. But now that you mentioned that every episode comes with a new track, now that is a great selling point.
So yeah, the game looks. I like the way the graphics looks. It's very like kind of like cartoony type of thing.
Yeah.
But like an animation type of card, like something I would see like on Cartoon Network and stuff. And it seems like the band members have like really good personalities, so like they kind of get along and stuff. So I haven't checked out their music yet. I'm gonna check out and see if that thing, because I'm not really into like indie music like that.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe they might have some songs I might like.
There's always a market for it.
It looks interesting. They didn't give a release date, but it looks interesting, that one. It's an interesting way to promote themselves too.
Yeah.
The way that they promote themselves, I really like how they did that.
Yeah.
And now another one that they also announced was Bug Snatch, a new update for Bug Snatch. You remember Bug Snatch? It's one of the games that came out. It's pretty much it's kind of like you're taking pictures of animals and stuff, but these like all different kind of bugs things you're trying to take pictures of and stuff. Well, they're adding a new thing where you'll be able to build bases. So you'll be able to build like a base to be able to go to and all that, which is cool. And they're adding new monsters called the Isle of Bug Snatch, which you'll be able to get some new prehistoric bug snatches, which are huge ones, and ones that are like, prehistoric, like kind of like based off like, old things from like way underground, way underwater, and stuff like that.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. Like it's pretty much like bug versions of animals and stuff. And hats. They had to say that in the trailer too, which is funny.
So
you guys add hats. They can wear hats now.
Oh my god.
It was funny. Coming out in 2022, the new update.
Yep.
And then they showed a full trailer of the new Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and it actually looks like an actual game. Like, you know how Friday Nights at Freddy's is not really, like, I personally would not consider it a game. I would consider it more of a point and click type of thing, kind of.
Yeah.
But this one's like you get to move around and actually treats more like a horror game and stuff like that. It looks actually pretty cool looking. Okay. Comes out this year, December 16th. And I'm like, okay, looks pretty decent. We'll see how it is. Who knows? Maybe I might try it. Maybe I might not. It all depends. Let's see what else. Death Door, another game. It came out on other systems already, but now it's gonna be coming out for the PS4 and the PS5. It's a top-down Zelda-like game. Looks really cool looking. It wasn't like a new game. It's just new for the PlayStation system, and comes out there. And then I guess PlayStation wants to get into the kart racing thing. They're releasing a new kart racer called Kart Racer Drift, which is you'll be able to customize the different kind of karts and stuff you can do. You can also customize the characters, how they look and all that type of stuff. Looks fun. It looks like it plays exactly like Mario Kart because it has like different kind of like power-ups you can grab and stuff. Obviously they're different because they can't, get sued by Nintendo.
Yeah.
But it looks and I believe they said it was going to be a free-to-play game.
Okay.
Beta is coming out soon, and the game comes out in 2022, and the beta is coming out soon. And then, what else? Oh, another game. It kind of reminds me of like the Among Us style type of game. Like the crime thing. You have to find out who did it. All thing. It's called First Class Trouble. The graphics are. It takes place in like the early 1900s, I think, or something like that. You're on a boat, and you're pretty much either a robot that could transform into people, or you're a person. You have to try to find out who committed the murder. Mm-hmm. And then it is your goal to try to get rid of that person. Yeah. It's going to be free for PlayStation Plus members.
Nice.
November 2nd.
Love it.
So I get to actually
Wednesday.
try it.
Wednesday.
So I get
Love
to try it, which is good. Because it looked at it about I didn't want to pay for it, but since it says free for PlayStation,
since it's free now,
I can try it now. We'll see. It's supposed to be. It looks like it plays similar to like Among Us, but like with obviously better graphics. Yeah. Or something like that. So it looks interesting. Now this game, I was actually a little excited about, but I will say the trailer looked a bit janky. But I think it's because they're very early in beta right now. Okay. Like it's very early thing. Star Ocean: The Divine Force. There's a new Star Ocean game coming out. Jesus. Which I'm a huge fan of the series for like since the PS1 days. So I'm happy that there's a release. It was a little jagged, some of the trailer stuff. I don't know if that was just a stream or it was very early beta, but it looked pretty cool for what I saw. The battle style looks very similar to like Monster Hunter, so it's more like real-time action-based than the traditional turn-based RPG, which looks fun. It's going to be released next year. Obviously, we don't have a date yet because, like I said, it's very early. Like I said, this is the first time this was announced. I had no idea about this game. This came out of nowhere. So, looked pretty cool. And, yeah, that was the end.
Well, it's new, fresh content, which is fine.
Yeah. It was only 20
always
minutes.
looking.
It was only 20 minutes.
We're always looking for new stuff that we already know. But it's holiday season.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't expecting
show off
much.
something that we gonna
I wasn't
look forward
expecting
to.
much, but the amount of hate this State of Play got was crazy. Like, because I watched the video afterwards. The like to dislike ratio on YouTube was bad.
See, they're just hating because they got to see other opportunities of games. You know what I'm saying?
like,
But yes,
wow.
out of all the State of Plays, it was probably the worst one.
It was.
And I didn't even watch it.
Like I said, for me, the Star Ocean did it for me. I'm excited for that one. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with PlayStation. Obviously, it's going to be nothing more until the Video Game Awards. I'm pretty sure it's going to be nothing.
Which is around December.
Yeah, so we'll probably get more trailers and more things happening around that
Wow,
time.
this is crazy. This is 1 week where it's actually going to fly really by, man. We're on the last topic, but I do have a last topic.
Have 2 more.
We do have technically 2 because one I'm saving.
Oh, there's another
my
one too that
brain.
you don't have a picture of, which I'm going to talk about too.
Oh, okay,
The Pikman
cool.
one too.
Oh, yeah. All
Well,
right.
let's talk about the
Ubi,
Ubisoft.
you knew exactly. The Ubisoft.
So, with Ubisoft, they just announced, because they had their little Q2 earnings reports, and then they announced that they want to get into blockchains. They want to get into blockchains now. And as you know, blockchains is really popular with the NFTs, and of course with blockchains you'll be able to get into crypto. So that's a way of getting into that. So they recently invested in Animaka Brands, which is a game company that focuses on developing and utilizing blockchain tech through their games. One of the games that they have is called Phantom Galaxies. You'll be able to create your own NFTs in the game in order to distribute out and all that type of stuff in the game.
We really need to get into what these NFCs, because Facebook just announced they're rebranding Facebook to
Meta.
be called Meta. And Meta is their version of utilizing NFTs to make a metaverse. And to be honest with you, Meta seems more of a gamey tech. I don't think it's going to blend. I don't know. They should have done what Google did. Google, and then they made their own company, Alphabet. But they're same company, 2 different businesses, 2 different IPOs, and one's technology and all that stuff, and then the other is...
But you know what's cool about the new Facebook thing, which we can just add on since we're talking about it?
Yeah.
You'll find they're finally not going to have you sign up for Facebook anymore to access Oculus 2 now.
Okay.
Quest 2.
Okay.
So you don't have to sign up for Facebook in order to do. They haven't implemented it yet. They're going to implement that in the future. And another thing also, which got me a little excited, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is going to come out for the Oculus Quest 2.
That's weird.
So it's going to be a first-person Grand Theft
Oh,
Auto
no.
thing.
That's weird.
That's going to be weird.
If
but
you
it's gonna be
bring
cool,
that
though.
over and let me try, that'll be great.
I don't know. He didn't say when it's coming out because Mark Zuckerberg said it himself. He's the one who
Yeah,
said it.
well, I'm saying that when it comes to the NFTs and the blockchains, Ubisoft working with blockchains, NFTs is it's non-fungible tokens. Check out our B.o.P podcast, episode 31. We kind of broke that down, but they're trying to work that in with Facebook, and they're rebranding Facebook to what's called Meta. I don't know when that's going to take place.
Yeah,
It was just something that he did announce. Will it be separate? I hope so, because Facebook is one thing, and then Meta will be something completely different. It should be. But NFTs will be the nature of that.
Yeah.
So Ubisoft is partnering with a blockchain. Oh man, that's...
But yeah, so Ubi is supporting the blockchains through what they have. It's called the Entrepreneur Lab in France. So that's where they're gonna, because Ubisoft is in France, so located. And their main office is in France. And they're also gonna be founding members of the Blockchain Games Alliance. So because they're trying to be, get the thing, because they want to be what they, in quotes, the true shareholders of its games worlds. They want people to get that with the blockchains and all that type of stuff. So it seems like they're the first main game company that's trying to get into this whole blockchain
Now,
NFT type of thing.
Okay, so because you've read more on it and I didn't, so I'm going to ask you this: are they borrowing a blockchain technology, or are they making their own?
I think they're in the process of trying to like do their own, but they invested in Animoca brands because they have done it before. Because their games, they make a lot of blockchain type of games.
Okay.
They use the blockchain tech. So I think they're going to try to do their own, but use.
So I think I want to
of
know where that
Animoca
company
brands.
you mentioned. What was the name?
Animoca.
I want to see what Animoca's
Brands.
blockchain is, what they're using. If it's original that they made, or something that they're borrowing. Because usually companies are utilizing Ethereum or Bitcoin for their own blockchains. Monroe is another one. But it all depends what they want to do. So I probably gonna look into it more, but I just want to know because you did more of the research versus me.
And
So
the Animoca brand company is actually located in Hong Kong. They're a Hong Kong company.
which is technically at this point now this year is owned by China.
I thought they're independent. I thought
They broke that breach and their contract.
I thought they were in the process. That didn't go through yet.
No, they ruined their. They had 47 years, I think.
Yeah.
Their agreement. They invaded Hong Kong,
Well, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
so that's now
I
thrown
didn't
out the
know
window.
that
So
was
now
like-
technically it's China, which sucks. But what can we do? Okay, so we got that. So that's
and then now I'll
that's
talk
news.
about the other thing before you talk about your last thing.
Yeah, I don't have a picture for
That's
this. So
fine. I can just talk about it.
Okay.
So they just recently released this. It's just up and released. They did kind of like a
it
soft
just
release.
up and happened.
It's called Pikman Bloom, which for the people who may not know, Pikman is a game series that started off on the GameCube, came out for the Wii U, the Wii, and all that. It's a fun little game. Pretty much, you send these what they call Pikmans, like little creatures that can help you. You're Olimar, and you have to, fix up your rocket ship to be able to, leave the planet. And these Pikmin help you get pieces so you'll be able to, build your rocket ship. And obviously, you have to protect these Pikmin while they're helping you build your ship because Pikmin are little tiny little things, and there's creatures on the thing that eats them and kills them and all that. So it's your job to protect them. So now with this game, it's Nintendo and Niantic, the ones who did Pokemon Go. And this is going to be very similar to the thing. It's like pretty much what happens is you go on the app, and this app is trying to make people walk more and all that. Obviously, similar to Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
You'll be able to walk, and then you see these little things on the ground. They're the Pikmin, and you can grab them and pick them up, and you can have more follow you. And the more that follows you, the more flowers that bloom while you're doing that. And then pretty much you could do they haven't got too much detail like Pokemon Go. You can't catch them or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much you'll be able to it's trying to make you have walking a lot more fun. You can find different kind of Pikmin seeds. There's purple, there's black, there's red, white, yellow, blue, and then pretty much the characters that they use in the game is Mii's. So the Mii's that the Wii's will use. So it's pretty cool that they're adding that instead of the actual characters and all like that. But it looks pretty cool, and you'll be able to see other people playing the game, seeing the kind of flower paths that they create, all that type of stuff. So it's interesting. It doesn't look like to be obviously doesn't cost any money. It's similar to Pokemon Go and stuff like that. But it looks like it's pretty simple, and I'm gonna test it. I haven't had a chance to try it out yet because everything that's been going on is a little crazy. I'm gonna probably do it sometime next week to see how it is. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting.
That's cool.
And it's free, so
Yeah, why not? Free.
It's Nintendo and Niantic, and we know they already do great with Pokemon Go, so I'm sure this will be pretty nice too.
I think that would be a great way to segue Pikmin to revive that franchise. It is a
I
cult
hope
classic,
so.
technically. You know what I mean?
We're hoping
There's Metroid, Zelda, and Mario, but they forget about Pikmin.
Yeah.
So with this, it kind of brings people aware.
Because they
oh,
did
there's a new one.
Pikmin 3 last year.
Yeah. Did it do
Deluxe.
numbers though?
It did okay. It didn't do well. So we're hoping, maybe with this, maybe we could finally, because people have been wanting this, a Pikmin 4. We've been wanting that. So hopefully, I don't know if it'll be for the Switch, but maybe for Switch's successor. Who knows?
Could be. Who knows? All right. So I brought up an article, and we're going to talk about it right now. Because to be honest with you, this is something that I've been hounding on and made my major predictions. And one person on Twitter has been following me and wants to address it the way he wants to address it when my prediction is over. I said before, 6 months to a year, Stadia will no longer. It will just be cease and desist. It is game over. They're late to the game, and they're terrible. I tried it firsthand. It was great. Competition is fierce. Xbox Game Pass came out with multiple devices. Guess what? It is game over. There has been a report, courtesy of Ars Technica, at October 21st, 2021 at 1:05 p.m. And I'm holding my mic because you need to hear this. Google Stadia's salvaged future as a back-end cloud service is here. I want to take my mic and I want to choke slam it and slam it on the floor because of how right I am. I don't even know how long ago I said this. Many episodes ago. Okay? Many episodes ago, I stated Google will die within 6 months to a year, and their Google Stadia will become some sort of borrowed backend because they cannot be in the forefront of cloud console type gameplay. And here we are, November, which is within the 6 months time frame that I have stated, okay, that this is now happening. And I'm going to read in quotes. Google's AAA cloud gaming service launched in 2019 in middling reviews, and since then has severely undershot Google's sales and usage estimates by hundreds of thousands of users. I've been telling you this, okay? The company shut down its first-party studio games and entertainment before it could even develop a game. And it did so 1 week after lead executive Phil Harrison gave the division a positive progress report. Something positive, yet let go of a big-ass studio. Several key executives have left the struggling division, like Assassin's Creed co-creator and SG&E leader Jade Redmond, Stadia's VP and head of product John Justice, and engineering lead Justin, whatever his name is. Oh my God, I would love. You know what? I'm about to just read this off, so then you guys can soak it in how right I am.
You just love it, right?
If y'all had celebratory glitter and that little party, you can tell I'm right because the predictions have been on point. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know why I've been right, but I guess I study enough or read enough news that I can predict what's about to happen because it makes damn sense. When Google killed the game division at the beginning of the year, an accompanying blog post hinted that big changes were coming to Google's strategy. In 2021, we expanded our efforts to help game developers and publishers take advantage of our platform technology and deliver games directly to their players. Okay. Rather than continuing to push Stadia as a consumer-facing branded service, Google seems to want to pivot the service to what would essentially be Google's cloud gaming platform. Stadia and whoever was rocking with them, had a rocky start from the get-go. The Founder Edition didn't work out the way they wanted to. The games you could always get from there on to another system, okay? Stadia, at that point, it was great technology, great ambitions, but didn't capitalize, and it was nothing. It didn't do enough to grab the consumer. So instead of just tanking it and putting it into the Google graveyard, give it to Nintendo.
They definitely need the help.
They definitely need the help. Think about that. If they could borrow Stadia, if Nintendo could borrow Stadia's technology, their whole entire glitches that they have, and they could totally upgrade their services, snap of a finger. Mm-hmm. Snap of a finger.
Exactly.
Okay? This would be a back-end, white label service that could power other companies' products.
You've literally been saying this the entire time.
We have been saying this, and we have been shamed about it. We've been attacked.
Well, yeah, that guy's been attacking you for a while.
The same guy that followed to say, I'm going to give you just desserts by telling you it's going to last. It's over, bro. I'm going to take this clip and tag you on it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to give it a TikTok, give it a good 30 seconds, and tag you on it. Stadia is officially done. They're only used for back-end services. They're going to be used for, and I quote, back-end white label service. Back-end white label service, okay? That could power other companies' products just like a million other Google Cloud products. Like database hosting, servers of multiplayer games, and push messaging, aka party invites and chat invites. Google said it believes a back-end service, end quote, is the best path to building Stadia into a long-term sustainable business. And that, you know what? That's all I'm going to read, because at this point right now, y'all should get the picture. Stadia, game over. Guess what was the month that I said it was going to happen? Wasn't it like April and May?
I think it was around there, yeah.
6 months.
Well, it hasn't been official yet, but it seems pretty official. Yeah.
It's official.
Yeah,
they made their decision. They have made their decision. I'm rarely right. Apparently, when it comes to news and technology and the like, and some ambitions that I have, I tend to be right. Every little daily things, I'm totally wrong. But when I can see a company that has potential but hasn't been broken into the masses the way it should have been, and they haven't capitalized, and they've been doing this, that, and the third, guess what? They're suffering, and they're going to call it quits. And they weren't going to shut down such a Stadia type thing. Hey, look at this.
Hello.
That's cute. She's showing some love. Also wants some attention. Now back to the original programming. Stadia is failing. It's done. It's game over. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was going to happen. Technically, their brand is not done. They're just working in the back end. Like I said before. I said that before.
I know you're only up here because you smell my food.
Yeah, she tried to play me. She tried to play me yesterday. I was like, oh, you love me. You love me. She's like, no, let me butter you up. Let me get 10, 15 licks in, and I'm going to grab your chicken. That's all she wants.
I know she only wants my chicken. I know that.
I think this is it. That was only breaking news that I pulled up.
I think that was it.
I think that is good. I think our minutes, it shows 2 hours, but our run time was pretty much almost an hour just because of our news and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a good episode 32.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
just remember the Stadia stuff because I read that. Dude, do you know how excited
I know, you're right.
Like, yeah, I knew it. I cannot wait. I'm going to make a TikTok. I'm going to tag him. I got to find his name. I'm going to tag him like, what's up now?
Who's right now? Huh?
What's up now?
Huh? What's this?
I told you. What's that? And
He's
then
going to try to find something, I'm sure.
No, he's going to say that, well, they're living, but then in the back, I'm like, here's what I said. And then you objected. Look at all your comments, and now let's go.
Make sure you retweet yourself so they can show you, because you have all the tweets there.
I got all of them. It's there. It's there for the public to see. Okay. My man's was very polite, very cool, calm, collective about it. I'm told, and it was great technology. It's great. They weren't going to survive. I'm sorry. I knew it. And it's funny because I was like, this is going to be great. You're the one I was like, they're going to fail immediately. And I was like, no, it's not. And then like a month and a half later, you never had any hope for them.
I know. Remember when we began with the first one announced? I was like, they're going to fail.
Yep, and I'm like, no. Look, you could push notifications for YouTube. You could look at a YouTube and go click it and have a Chrome browser and play it.
At least you learned that that's not the case.
And then a month and a half later, I'm like, they're not doing anything else? Oh, no, I think this is game over.
I knew straight ahead that we're going to fail.
And then PlayStation now made their stuff from $20 to $10 to match competition. And the Game Pass included Game Pass Ultimate.
And then Stadia wants to release stuff, but then make you pay $60 for a game that you're only streaming.
Only on Stadia?
Only on Stadia.
Nowhere else?
They can eat a whole entire dick. That's not happening. And that's why they failed. And
then on top of the fact that...
No first-party games anymore.
No first-party, because their whole entire studio shut down, okay? And not to mention... Xbox went ahead and released it for the iPhone and for TVs and set-top boxes to play your Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, my Lord.
You literally just need a little dongle and you can freaking have your Xbox on your freaking TV.
Dude, T-Mobile, courtesy of Surfshark, I play remote play PS5 with great connection. Flawless. I don't even need Surfshark to play my cloud gaming. Flawless. With the backbone connected, boom. Love and life. No lag. Stadia has failed. And I love this last segment because I get to feel myself. You know, from the GameStop stuff I predicted. I haven't seen it locally. They were doing tests, but then we got. Oh man, it's a wonderful day. Today's been a wonderful day.
It's wonderful when you're right.
It's wonderful when I'm right. You are right. Absolutely.
Stupid.
Absolutely. Yes, I am. But it's great. B.o.P. episode 32. Yes, Stadia is dead. That I'm certifying it. Hashtag Stadia is dead. Okay. Like, subscribe, comment. Check us out. Sharing is caring. Positive or negative. Let us know. We are streaming live on Twitter. Oh, damn, so much. YouTube. Not Twitter. Twitter's Periscope, which you don't have. Yeah. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, TikTok family. Oh, look, that's funny. You got it all turned, and it shows my phone here. That's cool. See? Behind the scenes. Okay. B.o.P. episode 32. Again, we are here 7:30 p.m. every Saturday at night. Is that next week? Are we doing one or no?
Yeah, next week we are. The following week, I think we have to switch another day. And then the week after that, I can't because I'll be...
We will update you on Twitter because we're going to figure this thing out. We are
Holidays gets a little busy.
Holidays does get a little bit busy. But I will say right now, this will be the first thing I'm going to say. In December, we are taking a season finale would be in the end of November or maybe within November because of Thanksgiving and whatnot.
We'll figure it out.
We're going to take a whole December off. I know it sucks because the VGA Awards is in December.
But we'll still be doing our TikTok stuff.
Yeah, we'll be doing our TikToks. We'll do some YouTube shorts as well as some Twitter. So follow us on Twitter. We'll be on there. We've got to update because there's going to be some lovely, lovely content. Who knows? Maybe we might come out of nowhere and make a podcast because we love gaming. So this is what we do.
Who knows?
You know, who knows? But again, thank you guys for checking us out. Sharing is caring. Like, subscribe, and comment. Killer Whisk or Whisk, however you want to do it, because that's my PSN Xbox. So if you want to game and whatnot, Killer Whisk. But that is me. Peace.
Peace.
finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see. I'm feeling like love tonight. There's no stopping what I feel inside. Throw your cares away. 'Cause baby, I can't get to stay. I'm feeling like love tonight. There's no stopping what I feel inside. Throw your cares away. 'Cause baby, I can't get to stay. Floating away with you in the backseat of my car. We're timeless, sailing through, but tonight, no, we can't go far. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see.
Let's pray there is more than we know as the countryside clears and the city's full of the world. The world is yours. Let's pray it doesn't bring you to tears as the people awoke and there was unusual fears of the world. The world is yours. I'll stay forever a day to keep you safe as it's so unpredictable. I'll pray that this dreams are losing their light, and the only safety is to stand up and fight for a world. The world is yours. Our days are darker than stone as the people think that this is their only home. But the world is yours. And I can show you that we can endure the tides. They'll knock us down, but we'll survive. Only with you in my arms tonight. I'll stay forever a day to keep you safe as a soul unpredictable. I'll pray that this is the way as the earth falls. You know that the world is yours. I'll stay forever a day to keep you safe as a soul unpredictable. I'll pray that this is the way as the earth falls. You know that the world is yours.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made